adjourn.
You already done.
Hold on, I'll leave it done. Is that a file?
How you doing?
Let's see, let's see.
Do it real quick.
Yeah, let's do it real quick. How do you want to do it?
Do it behind the flag behind us.
Where did it happen?
He saw you getting ready, he said.
All right, I'll just Photoshop him in.
You've proven you can do
It's a
that.
great, that was a great photo. Only Ruben looked happy though. The rest of us all looked.
I told her
we were
she should
very
use
angry.
that photo. It's fun when we get all this old ad in us.
Really?
On the phone.
Could have Kate Google a photo, we can stand in front of the TV.
Good.
My mother's Poland, so she just let me know she's there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, yes, no.
No, I meant, she arrived,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wait, everyone smile.
Jeez.
All right, I took a few so we can pick from them. Oops, sorry.
Use whatever you want, I'm not gonna look at it anyway.
Thank you.
We ready, Kate? You good on your end?
We're live, good to go. All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. First off, we're gonna do is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And John, you wanna come up and do your,
Same time.
yeah, you wanna come up? We can do it both at the same time.
Bill, come on up.
Let me bring my Facebook.
Oops. Sorry. Raise your right hand. You can just read it. You want to read it together?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
I, John Blodgett, solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so long as I shall continue to be a citizen thereof. I will, in all respects, observe the ordinances of the town of Waldeboro and the Constitution and laws of the state of Maine, and will faithfully discharge the duties of select board for ensuing municipal year 2025 to 2028.
Sure.
What did you
23rd.
do that? Oops.
That's me. So now I will take a nomination for the chair for the next.
I'll nominate Adam Simmons.
Second. All in favor? Now it's up to you.
Don't take it out of that chair fast.
Spring loaded it.
He gave his time. You were a good 2 years. All right, yes. All sworn in. Chair nominations, nominating for a vice chair. Somebody like to make a motion.
I'll nomination Ruben Maher.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, all those in favor? All righty. Yeah,
Vice
Yeah.
Chair.
that was the vice chair, yes. Ruben. Nominations for select board committees. The interviewing members, we need two. Would like to interview,
Um,
um,
I'll
Can you-
nominate Ruben and our new member here,
Bill Bragg.
Bill Bragg.
Sure.
Second.
Any other nominations? Being none, all those in favor?
Such an easy process.
Yes.
Yeah.
in Finance personnel, we need two nominations.
I'll nominate Abden Simmons.
I'll nominate John Blodgett.
I have to abstain.
Because he says,
I've got a relative working in the front office.
Oh, that's right too.
So
I tried.
You need to name two people.
Two people.
Ruben.
well, hey Becky, how do you feel about doing that?
That's fine.
Excellent. I nominate Becky.
any other nominations? Seeing none, all those in favor?
You need a second. Or did Bill second?
Bill seconded. Did you, sorry, I should back up. Did you second Becky as well?
No, I didn't.
Or was it John?
I'll second them. I'll second both.
Okay. Nominations for Board of Assessors. The chair. Anybody nominated for the Board of Assessors? John Blodgett?
Yeah, I'll nominate John Blodgett. Sweet. I was trying to figure out what the look was.
I'll say-
Any other nominations?
I'll do something.
You'd be good at that.
Second it.
Any other nominations? Being none, all those in favor of John? And Chair of the Assessors? Vice Chair of the Assessors? We'd like to be Vice Chair. Any nominations?
I'll nominate Bill Bragg.
Is there any other nominations? Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Got that?
Yeah.
All right,
Been right up at the end.
the municipal appointments recommended by the town manager. Got a paper in our packet, we've got those listed.
You don't actually take action on those. Those are my appointments.
So we don't even have to,
That's me telling you.
okay,
Excellent.
Perfect.
all right, we'll move along then.
Report them to us.
Yes. Agendas, yeah, adjustments to the agenda.
I have one.
You have one?
I'd like to have the executive session at the end of the meeting under MRS 40560, acquisition of economic development. After we adjourn, we have to go into quick executive.
Yep. After 11, so we make it 11:20. Yeah. Any other adjustments to the agenda?
Oh, I'll second that.
All those in favor? Okay. Is there any other adjustments? Seeing none. All right, I don't see any presentations, no public hearings. Citizens' comments. Anybody who'd like to get up and speak? Don't all jump up at once. All right, select board comments, John?
Yes, I've got a few things. First of all, I wanna thank all the support the last 3 years, sitting on the board. It's been interesting, it's been fun, it's been time challenging, but it's definitely a learning experience, and I want to thank everyone for their support to have come back here. What makes it so great about this board is we all work together, at least we have in the past, and we have a great staff and department heads within the town that they make our job as board members pretty easy. And we don't need a lot of follow-up and checking up on them, because they certainly know how to do their jobs and do it well. Some of you may have noticed that, and I apologize to town manager, I'm probably gonna cover some of her thunder here, but the town crew's been working hard down the Worcester parking lot behind the pharmacy and whatnot. I stopped today and it looks great down there. They're doing a good job. Just what they've done the last 2 days, they can probably get half a dozen more cars in there. At least. I want to thank the members of the Waldeboro Day Committee for putting on an outstanding and yet another outstanding Waldeboro Day this past Saturday. From what my observation is, looks like we had fun by all that attended. A lot of great support. Didn't hear a lot of bickering. People had a good time. The parade was excellent. It was a lot bigger than it has in the last couple of years, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So kudos to Mike and Erica St. Pierre that did all St. Peter. Erica did chairs up that committee, and they had a great crew, and they've done a good job with that. And I can't go without saying this publicly, as I want to congratulate the Medallion Valley High School varsity softball team. They won second year in a row the state championship this past Saturday, and coached by a long member of Waldeboro, Richard Banner, and I'm certainly proud to have them bring home the gold glove for the school. And with the school also, everyone knows that the bond passed. And they're already started stripping the asbestos out of the school, and they've already pulled the old boiler out, and they're gonna get some work done this summer, and they're gonna make things happen. Which is expected. So, and I'm gonna have a conversation with the school board members, like I've always been talking to them, and have some interaction between the school board and the select board throughout the year to make sure that we all know what's going on. Well, that's enough for me.
Ruben,
Nothing new.
Bill,
No, not this point.
Becky?
Well, John took my Waldeboro days, so I'll just back that up and say thank you. It was a great event. I spent several hours there and looked like everyone was having a good time. The only other thing I have to bring up is I saw a Facebook comment wondering where flags might be on our poles in town. And so I don't know who usually does that, but I just want to throw it out there that somebody was asking if flags were going to be put up on our poles like they normally are.
So that was a fundraiser done back in I think it was 18 or 19. Those flags have aged and not weathered well. There was a talk of last year, a grassroots volunteer organization carrying that mantle forward, but I don't believe they were able to pull that off.
Yeah,
And it's not something we budgeted for.
Yep.
So it's
Asked and answered, I
difficult.
got it.
Well, no, but it's difficult. I think it's something everybody likes, except when there's one that's in the wires and then they don't understand why we're not getting it down, and we're not allowed to get it down, and we have to wait for CMP. So, but yes, it would require fundraising, and I believe it was a small group of people who started it back in 2018. Shirley McLaren actually was one of the people who I remember the most, who I dealt with for that.
Do we know what the fundraising target was? How much they needed at the time?
At the time, I honestly, I don't remember. I'd have to look back. I'm sure if you scrolled back on Facebook, we could find it. We were really excited. I think in the end, there was like, I want to say 32 flags.
Okay.
And there was going to be ongoing fundraising to keep replacing them, but that didn't happen.
Thanks. Maybe,
That's really why I came, but like at 5:06, I saw that post, and I'm very interested in helping with raising money for the having the flags. I've always loved the flags there, and I knew Shirley had done all the work before, but she said, unfortunately, I wrote nothing down as what I did. So I thought there might be other people here. I'm not really prepared to have, I don't think a prepared statement in 5 minutes. So I'm just saying that, I'm interested in it. I've tried before to get people interested, and I think it would be better to have a group of people working on it. And I know Shirley said what she did was they just went around and to businesses and they asked for money. And people to just donate money for a flag, if that's what they wanted to do. I believe they did that. And, so that's pretty much where I stand on it. If there can be a group started, I'd be interested in being part of it. I just didn't want to be a single one doing it.
I believe our fire department's the one that put up the flags, didn't they?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can find out how much they budgeted for this? Yeah, I know you have to look back.
It wasn't our, they had,
We have
it
no
was,
clue.
we had nothing to do. The only part we had to do is we had to get the pole attachment agreement, which I did.
Mhm.
But we did not handle the purchase of the flags or the money.
Okay. Maybe it's something we should look into for the next budget cycle.
Yeah, it was a grassroots organization, and they came to the fire department to help put them up initially.
Mhm.
in First couple of years until someone. Whoever was in charge of it, the organization that was doing it, kind of fell by the wayside and. wasn't
I think
fit.
it's fair to say we support the idea
Absolutely.
as a select board, so run with it.
Well, that's just the thing. I tried.
Yeah.
And went on that website, you know, that Rebecca has, and I asked people that would be interested, and I found no one interested. And I'm just not gonna do it by myself.
Yeah.
Can't do it by myself.
Fair enough.
We'll figure out something between now and then.
I believe. I think our, the town manager, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I believe that, I spoke with her, and she's the one that told me that the flags were in really bad condition. So well, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was gonna say.
So we have to regenerate a group, see if we can get a group.
What if we can do it through one of our committees we have?
Oh, I'm sorry, I know what it was. I think it was the Lions Club was involved,
Oh,
if I'm correct.
Rebecca.
Oh,
Yeah, Lions is involved with those, they had those,
Didn't they?
they had to pick the posters.
The veterans.
The veterans posters.
Veterans posters,
They-
yeah.
they-
Oh, they did those.
They took charge of that with,
Yes.
with Sandy O'Farrell.
Okay,
Um,
I didn't realize that.
it was Shirley and some other people that started the flags back in 18.
Yeah, Kennedy, I think was wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't mind my saying, have you talked to the American Legion?
I haven't talked to anyone.
Okay, because the American Legion has a flag drop off. It's like an old mailbox in front of the building.
Uh-huh.
And I just deposited 2 American flags in that drop off. So you may be able to get flags. Free. How many flags are we talking about anyway?
I don't
I
know.
think it was 32 to begin. That for some reason, that number,
That
it
sounds right.
it was quite a bit of flags.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, I think there's spots now that we know we would want to avoid. We just didn't know what we didn't know when we first put them up. That get tangled in wires and things like that.
Okay.
But anyway, that is a potential source for at least some of the flag.
Yeah, we can work on that. Get that straightened out.
So there's some information then, that would be really good information. That just certain places that they shouldn't have been put up. I mean, that's the kind of thing that it was too bad that she didn't write things down. So that we had something to go by, but.
Okay. Cool. Town manager report.
I just have a few items. One was I wanted to talk about the Worcester parking lot, but that's okay, John Blodgett. I would just like to also let people know that the Worcester parking lot is closed during the day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. until this Thursday. And the reason behind that project was to create more parking and also a loading zone. And you'll see some new striping there. And that is just to give it a trial and error. Our Economic Development Committee has really taken on this project, and they want to see how this potential layout works this next coming season. On Thursday, we'll be opening bids for the downtown traffic control calming project that we've been waiting so long for. So the bids will be open on Thursday. So hopefully we will know tentatively who our contractor is on Thursday. So that's really exciting news. And that's all I have for you right now.
Okay. All right, up next is the consent calendar. Somebody like to make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second,
Any discussion?
it's good to see 8 properties
Yes.
coming back. Going back to quit claim back to the owners.
Yep.
We talked about that last, we're gonna talk about it again tonight, but
Yep.
you see 8 of them that have gone back.
Any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Yep. New business. Election results. Is that you, Pam?
I guess, 'cause Julie's not present. And
I'm present, but I'm not there exactly.
so you have all the material, you should have gotten it in your packets. We had. Where'd my little note go? There was 1,550 votes cast for the state primary. That includes both sides. And when I use the word approximate, some people don't vote every page. So getting, and my time's not up where I can start digging into the numbers. But there was approximate 1,600 votes cast for your local ballots. Is there any special results you want to chat about? Anything, everything passed except one? And I believe that was for the YMCA. And also the sex offender registry restriction passed and then land ordinance, and that's, I have signature pages for you guys for that as well.
That's it?
Yeah, it was a good day. There was no, it was uneventful,
That's how we like it.
exactly how we like it.
All right, up next is the MMA Legislative Policy Committee ballot. I thought we did
I
that.
have that right here.
Okay.
We have Kate.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, I thought we had already.
We
You
already,
can vote for two. So the official vote, either Pamela Dunning from Wiscasset. She's a select board member, Tor Glendening
Newcastle.
from Newcastle. Kate, I hear she's pretty good, from Waldeboro, and Daniel Hunter from Damascotta.
So we could have two.
Yes, or you could put it right in, apparently.
What's the board's pleasure?
I'll nominate Kate and Tor.
Second,
I know both of those.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Perfect. All right, I'll get this mailed out tomorrow.
Anybody gonna sign it or anything?
Yes, it'll be in your thing to sign
Okay.
tonight.
Cool. All right. Code enforcement officer, 11.3. 4 Bremen Road. Again,
Yes, we're back again. I did get an email from the owner of 4 Bremen Road, or one of the 2 owners of 4 Bremen Road, that they were not going to be in attendance tonight due to illness. They had asked if we put it off until till the next select board meeting as well. I'm a little concerned as this case has been going on since 3/19/25. What we've been looking for is a plumbing permit and a building permit. One of the holdups for the building permit is they want to make it an apartment, and you have to have 2 means of egress out of the bedroom area. They have not demonstrated how they're going to meet that, other than they put an exit here. Well, there's a multitude of different ways that you can create that, but it becomes problematic if you don't dictate how that exit is going to be created. So that's part of the whole position. The other thing is that they submitted, I can't remember if you guys got a copy of it. I can distribute this and you can take a look at it if you want. That's the plumbing permit that has absolutely no information on it whatsoever, other than the number of fixtures. The other thing that I mentioned to them is The state of Maine, as far as plumbing goes, the state of Maine has a exemption in there that allows a homeowner to do plumbing at their own place. It has to be their primary residence, and that's it. And it allows you to do plumbing at that location. All other permits that are submitted must have a licensed plumber. And I've asked them to, fill this out and give me, the information on a licensed plumber. And I've gotten nothing back. So there's been several correspondence back and forth trying to get this resolved. We haven't seemed to done much. I did mention to the owner, via phone text and stuff like that, that what I wanted to do is recommend to the board that we give them 60 days, which I think is quite lenient, to submit something that is going to, suffice for an application process on both plumbing and building codes, so that we can move forward on this. At that point, if they continue to, put this off, I think that at some point we got to look at, imposing some type of fines. So.
So, go ahead. So we have a stop work order on it right now, right?
The stop work order was placed there as a, so no other work could be done until they get a valid permit. We don't have a valid permit, and, the applications that were submitted are deficient. So that's where we stand with the stop work. So,
Is there work continuing?
no, they basically have finished most of the work. Again, with the exception is there's no second means of egress out of that bedroom area. So that has to be rectified.
Are they using it?
To the best of my knowledge, they are not, but,
Now, that was gonna be my question.
correct. Correct. I have not gone by there at night. Julie's chiming in.
Julie?
I believe we had an application come in recently for a license that listed that as as their residence. That location, so you may want to check with the front office about that.
I did look at that. If it is the one that I'm thinking, it is apartment 3, which is the one that has the entrance from the
Okay.
front. So that would be valid.
That one's legal.
That would be correct.
Okay.
So in a sense, if they're not doing any more work in there, and they're not using it as someone to live in there, what can we do other than do what we're doing?
So this is considered an after the fact.
You're not gonna give them a certificate of occupancy
No,
because it's not a legal place to live. for
Correct.
one. And you
But-
don't have the permits.
correct. So it's considered an after the fact permitting process at this point in time. There is stuff that we still need to inspect, depending on if I can get access to look at the plumbing to make sure that it meets code. We may have to tear open walls in order to do that. There's more questions than there are answers at this point. Because we can't even get the plan to move forward with permitting. I can't grant a permit for something that I know is deficient, which is there's no second means of egress out of the bedroom. So, we have to have that. We have to have the plans, we have to have a permit before we can move forward on any of this. Just allowing it to continue and not do anything with it at some point in time, it has to be rectified. Either take everything out, which I'm fine. If you want to remove everything and that way you don't have to deal with the permitting process, then take everything out. Or if you want to permit it, well, then it has to conform to the building codes and be a valid permit and move forward. Those are the two options that we're facing.
Anybody else got any questions? So what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is, 60 days. They've had 6 months since I, really gave them all the options available and nothing has happened. I mean,
Quite a long time.
it's a long time.
Well, I know that when they were in here before, that I sat in that chair and I looked right at Janet and I said, just get a permit.
Mhm.
It looks like she got the permit, but.
She filled out the application, but it's
not clear.
correct. It does not have the information. you know, and again, I mean, the plumbing permit, it's blank. There's no information in there. I sent them the codes, what the codes require, so that she could read through that and see what exactly it is. And it's just, you know, I don't know, we cannot seem to move forward on any information on how they're going to either get this, you know, permit application to be valid or remove the stuff from the inside and do away with the apartment. One or the other. So
If they don't meet the 60 days, what happens?
that would be up to the board, but you know, the minimum fine would be $100 per day per our ordinance. So at that point in time, if they don't submit something at that point in time, you could fine $100 per day. And maybe that will generate some, you know, actions. So we take care of it one way or the other.
60 days is a lot of grace,
A lot, too much.
and I think you're being real nice about it. What's the argument for not doing 30 days?
Just because you know, giving them 60 days in order to come up with a plan in order to make that, I thought that was, you know, again, being, you know, generous and give them 60 days to get it. There should be absolutely no reason why they can't get that within 60 days. 30, I don't see that there would be that much of an issue in 30 days, but I just felt like 60 was more of a fair time period.
Okay, and I don't have a problem trusting you, I'm just not having done your job to ask that question.
So that a little over 60 days would put us at our August 25th meeting.
Right, so
Visit it at the August 25th meeting.
you could do it at that point in time
Yeah.
and we could assess fines at that point in time, or we could do it, you know, so that it's 60 days and then the fines is just gonna start at that point. So, you know, until it's corrected.
Is that your recommendation?
I'm just, I think I want to clarify where we say 60 today.
Mhm.
And then we reconvene, so that would be August 22nd, right, 60 days from today, and we reconvene on the 25th, we can retroactively. Fine.
That would be up to, you know, a board.
If that's what the board chose to do.
Right, that would be something that the
Against
board
that.
would have to make clear.
Okay.
And then we would have to let the, you know, let the property owner know that that was the board's decision.
Or you can just make it to the August 25th meeting and
Yeah, just
That
a
feels
little
cleaner to-
cleaner,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep,
is that
Yep.
your
that'd
motion?
be my motion to.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
So just to be clear, what are we referring to that, so when I send her a letter, is it that she has until August
25th.
25th? And then is that when you guys are gonna make a decision, or is it,
Correct.
okay, so no fines until that,
Right.
and then you guys will make that determination?
Yep, she
But
has
we-
until August 25th.
I
to
think
rectify
given our
the
history, we
Mhm.
could anticipate that fines would be forthcoming at that point.
Okay.
If we're.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure when I relay that information, I just wanna make sure I got it right.
I'd be with, you know, saying, hey, we're being real nice,
Mhm.
maybe the last time we're gonna be this nice.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you've done this before, you know what you're doing.
All right, don't go anywhere.
Nope, I'm right here.
Next on the list again,
Yes.
1364 Winslow's Mills Road.
So 1364, this is a bit of an unusual circumstance that we have. Normally, and you distributed the forms to the board, I'm assuming?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So the form that you have, this no action letter, is basically a letter basically stating that the town is not gonna, they are aware of a violation, but we're not going to take any action on it. Normally, in a situation where you have a violation of a, you know, dimensional violation, you know, you're too close to a property line or whatever, normally that's taking place and rectified at the appeals board level. One of the issues that we're having with this was slated to be closed as far as people moving into this house. Problem with the appeals board is we're talking, you know, a month and a half in order to try and get this to the appeals board, advertise all this other stuff, which means these people aren't necessarily going to, you know, make it, you know, until that closing date and stuff like that. So it kind of puts that at a hardship for them.
I'm referring to this because
Mhm.
they don't have a copy of this because you
Oh,
just gave this to me this
okay.
afternoon.
Is this the blue double wide?
He just gave it to me this afternoon,
Yeah.
so.
Yes. So with with that being said, the options we have are kind of limited in order to try and help these people out and everyone is, from our standpoint, it is the setback in that zone is 30 feet from a property line. The title company has dictated that it is 28 feet, not 30 feet. So we're 2 feet shy where the building is and stuff like that. We're not asking the board to say that the violation is waived or anything else. That's not what we're saying. The no action letter, basically all that does is says, we're aware that it is a violation right now, but the town is not going to take any action so that they can go ahead, the title company will be okay, and they can go ahead with their closing. At that point in time, the people that own the house can go to the appeals board and get everything situated and stuff like that. Exactly. So it basically allows, it was the only way that the title company would consider closing for these people. So, Ryan is here. He's the contractor on the sales party. I don't know if you guys have any questions for Ryan about that, but it's pretty straightforward. So.
The board got any questions?
No, I mean, I think that makes sense. We're just getting out of the way so this can complete.
Work on them, saying keep going.
That's pretty much it. It's just gonna allow these poor people to close and move into the house that they're buying and stuff like that. And then, you know, everything else can be taken care of at a later date.
You want us to take action on that? Take a motion?
Yes, we would have to,
Okay.
that would have to be agreed upon, and then that document needs to be signed so we can get it back to the title company.
Somebody like to make a motion to accept the consent agreement with 1364 Winslow Mills Road?
It is, just to be clear, it's not a consent agreement. We can't do a consent agreement.
That's what it says on it, so that's why.
Right. Initially, that's what we thought we were going to do, but the unfortunate thing is that in order to do a consent agreement, it would have to show that somebody in the town made a error in judgment and gave them erroneous information, and that's why the 2 feet was short.
So what's the language you?
This is a no action letter.
Okay,
Make a motion that we approve the no action letter for 1364 Winslow's Mills Road.
is there a
Second.
second? Any more discussion?
And
Seeing none, all those in favor? Yep, good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Mark. All right, uncollected property tax policy. You have it in your packet.
The booster station and.
Yeah, the booster station first.
Oh, sure, I wrote underneath.
You wrote
Okay,
on
yeah,
top.
the booster station update, that would be Kate. I wrote. words in the wrong way.
So we had two responses to the RFP that we put out for engineering for the booster station that's going to be on School Street. That's going to increase water pressure for fire safety and for the proposed development for Volunteers of America is going to be building on the old 80 Gray school lot. One of them was from Haley Ward. One of them was from Diego Engineering. The water committee met last week and discussed both of the proposals. And given that Diego Engineering has worked with the utility company before, the utility district, and their proposal was for the entire project, not just a piece of it, they recommended to the board to recommend Diego, the Diego proposal. So happy to answer any other questions of either proposal, but the recommendation from the water committee was for the Diego engineering proposal.
And I see you have a representative of the water company here.
The water committee.
The water committee.
Clean water.
Yeah, the water committee.
Did we get a price tag on that?
It is, I think it's 250, 245, 200,045. Yep, and that's for preliminary engineering design, the bidding, the contract administration, construction monitoring, and post-construction.
And do we have a grant for that?
We do. We have money, we have ARPA money from Lincoln County
To cover that.
to cover that, that actually needs to be spent
Mhm.
before December. So we have the money in hand to pay
Good.
this proposal.
Would somebody like to make a motion? What would that?
Make a motion to award the bid to Deergo Engineering, $200,045.
Second.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
You need any help with the at the end of the meeting?
She also uncollected.
All right, yes,
We're
we'll
almost
move along. to Uncollected property tax policy.
This is a policy that Christine wanted to see adopted. And it gives her a little bit of leeway for tax balances when the amount is less than $5. A lot of times it costs us more to mail the letter to get the taxes than to just let it go or roll it. And it also gives her the flexibility to do more notices by first class mail versus certified. What we find is that people just don't pick up. If something comes certified, they simply just don't pick it up. And we've wasted a good amount of money sending something certified that we send regular mail too. So they're already getting it regular mail. Of course, anything statutory that we would have to do by certified mail, we would, but it's always been our practice to send something certified along with the regular mail. Again, with the cost of letters now and the certifieds, sometimes it's more money than what we're looking to collect, and that doesn't make sense.
Are we legally allowed to roll over $5, $10 into the next year?
Yes.
Okay.
I personally didn't like I found this to be a little bit confusing when I read it. I know what the end game is. I just question if there's a better way to say it. So if you would like a better way to say it, if you're in agreement with that, we might want to have her try a different policy and come back at the next meeting.
What's the board's pleasure?
I like plain language, anything that can be simplified for folks that don't read those documents every day.
Yes.
Is everyone else all set with that? So I guess we'll send it back to Christine to
Mhm.
simplify it. Is that okay? All right. All right. 11.7, authorize the transfer of unexpended fire payroll to LoSAP. I asked Julie last week how much money was left in that and when our end period was over, and she said, funny you should ask, because that was the last time they'd written checks for the year. And there was $5,196.39 in that. And I had brought it up during budget meeting about possibly turning that, what's left over in that fire department payroll budget to their LoSAP fund. Now, with as many employees that we have for the fire department, it was only like $178 per person, but still, it's something in their retirement they'll be able to get. So,
Every little bit that earns interest, absolutely.
yep. I don't know if anybody else has got anything to say about that, or, well, Julie does.
It's not retirement, like it's not a
Oh, I'm sorry.
pensional. It's a length of service awards program. It's
Okay.
I just didn't want anybody to get the
Oh.
impression that it's an MPERS covered position. It's a length of service awards program that was established for firefighters in the state of Maine. The state legislature established it a couple of years ago, and we've been participating.
Well, I guess
So-
I misunderstood, so.
That would go into their the basically the pot of money that they have, and the firefighters have to they have to meet a certain number of calls. There's a scale that they have to meet. So if they've met the certain criteria, then they can get awarded funds into their LoSAP account.
You were trying to use that as a recruiting method.
Yes, yes, I was.
I'm still just as happy, however we can support our
Yeah.
fire.
Well, there's a lot of discussion in local towns lately about retirement main
Yeah.
PERS. And I want to just make sure that people understand this is strictly LoSAP, which is for our volunteer firefighters.
Yep, appreciate the education. Yep,
Can I ask
go ahead.
DJ, what do you think about that?
So what,
Sending the money back to LoSAP, well, put it in LoSAP, am I correct?
Yes, I believe it was Abden's motion and the budget committee stuff was anything left over in the payroll budget. Instead of, I believe it would go to the general fund.
Mhm.
He elected instead it comes to our LoSAP.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm all for it.
Somebody like to make a motion to transfer that money into the LoSAP 5196? Oh, sorry, oh,
Billy should abstain.
okay,
I'll stay.
because he is on the fire department, so.
So moved.
Second,
Just so everybody's clear, it's for the LoSAP, $5,196.39. Any more discussion? All those in favor? One abstention?
I've seen.
Okay.
Have to, put the boss.
Yeah. All right, the old business we want to bring up. We've got something for the 25th of August, but nothing for the next.
The next one, we have that that letter that I put on there, which is from Miles.
From the commissioners,
Yep, so I gave that to you guys to mull over until the next meeting.
so we'll put that on the next.
Yep,
next-
that, and you just said Christine on the tax.
Yep. On the tax by property policy.
I don't believe I have anything. on it.
Does anybody else got anything?
We will have an update for you on the tax acquired properties
Okay,
after July 1st.
The folks we interviewed for EDC, is that the list that Julie's owns, or is that a recommendation I need to make during this meeting?
do we need it for this meeting or do we need it?
You can do it at the next meeting.
to make
Okay,
sure-
great, as long as we.
Yeah, we'll
okay.
have the list of names for the next meeting and we can do that.
Perfect.
Also. We'll have a whole list for him, so. Anything else right now? Okay,
Is Kate still there?
Yes.
yep,
Oh, good. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were there for. Switch this off.
all right, would somebody like to make them, we gotta go into executive session pursuant MRS 4056C. Somebody like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to adjourn and go into executive session for 1 MRS 4056D.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor?